Hello everyone, welcome to a soul journey check-in. Felt like October 1st was a good day to connect in and see where we're at. There's the back half of the year to go through. So it is a pick a card. So 3 cards came out with the soul energies, with the angels energies, as we look at your soul blueprints. We have a new chart as well that I recently sat down with their energies to create. So we'll be first up this reading using this new chart as well. If you need more time to tune into one of these 3 cards, go ahead and pause the video. I timestamp below as well, so you can skip ahead. I am an organic reader, so you will see me just move things around, reset, etc. So if you don't like to hang out with me as I do so, that's okay. That's why I provide the timestamps. Okay, so we'll get started here with our first group. I wonder if I can get that. Oh, okay. You know what? Just make sure it doesn't slide around. Okay, that works. Or not. Probably figure this out before I do readings, but learn as we go. Learn together. Figure this out together. There we go. Okay. So we're going to do charms. We'll pair that with cards, and I'm going to do one kind of angel message, overall message, as it pertains to where you're at here in your soul journey. So we'll see what that overarching message is, just to kind of tie it all in together. So, group number 1. Look at that. We have a dolphin flying out right away. I'll put it over here by your card that you selected. And we'll see why the dolphin leapt out of the bowl. See how that connects into your primary card here. We go around and we see what part of your protective soul, kind of home here. I like to call it the home. I guess, what is it? A 9-sided prism, 3D prism. Okay. I'm just going to move these out of the way. We got room. So we're up here with your wisdom, your knowledge center. Nice alignment coming in here. I wonder if it's emotional, so head and heart alignment. Interesting placement for my white bunny. So this is my time capture. So we might be starting here. And then we had the little crab fall out right away at the higher self. Connecting in here with your higher self. Ooh. Excited cards, excited charms, similar to that dolphin that leapt out. So let's see what this all means. Nice to see both higher self and wisdom paired together here. So that's like not just the fact that you're here at the reading, but that enlightenment, epiphanies, sort of the increase in confident awareness, could be mastery in a subject as well. Subject matter kind of mastery that you're going to unlock and achieve at this point in time. Okay, and then we'll get your angel message here. Whoa. Okay. Yeah, it's just me. Maybe I'm having problems shuffling today. Okay, first of the month, first day back into the energies here, top of the month. They are jumping around though, so okay. I'll do that as the overarching message. So maybe we'll put these over here. Okay. All right, card number 1, group number 1. We'll get into your reading now, everyone. Take the semi-quick, not quick timestamp. And then we'll get in here. Oh, I was jumping ahead, going after the rabbit there first, jumping ahead, leaping ahead like the dolphin charm. So actually, let me pick that up too. So you were drawn to our beautiful Six of Pentacles card here. Okay, this is going to be awkward for me. This wonderful basket of abundance. It could be abundance in ideas. It could be abundance in product offering that you have. It could be abundance of opportunities that are showering down. So you could be the one providing. So this could be your, like I was saying, your knowledge, your mastery, your subject matter mastery. Maybe you put pen to paper, right? Maybe you've authored something or you produced something, and now it's available to the masses. You're being kind of sought after here. Or like it could be the other interpretation, which is the wealth of opportunities and sort of fated or feels predestined in sort of these beautiful new friendships and new formed connections. This is also an abundance of like recovery after a period. So it could be health, wealth, heart, whatever area you might be looking for some recovery. So really nice, beautiful either way, whether you're the one providing or receiving. Kicking off here with some beautiful positivity. So no wonder the dolphin was leaping out of the bowl, very playfully like they do in nature when they're excited. So your soul here is excited about your check-in, excited where you're at. Just gonna move that because we kind of using it to hold that up. Okay, so kick-starting here with some excitement at where you're all at, your soul journey, sort of this wealth of opportunity, right? Wealth of abundance. Because if you're providing, right? If people are seeking your idea, seeking your product, then that in turn is wealth, right? We see that in the affinity loop here, the give and take, the gratitude, the kindness, the sharing of positive energy, the exchange here, the interaction, kind of ongoing. Now I'm going to hop to the bunny. This is my little timekeeper, little white bunny, kind of lets you know when it's time to move on or where you're at. It's nice that he's hopping out here, excuse me, in your check-in to let you know here's where you're at. So let's move the cards to see currently. Well, we do, wow. We already mentioned, especially in the intro when I was getting the cards, sort of this trajectory, right, of the alignment of sort of head, heart, confidence and knowledge, etc. Confidence in self, knowing of self. And it's cute to see that the bunny's kind of here, right? We have this nice balance between harmony and wisdom, sort of your joy center, and what's it sitting beside? A profound self-awareness. Now I mentioned that epiphany that you've had. This could be you embracing your uniqueness, right? Coming into your identity, finally kind of settling in to who you are, loving self, knowing exactly what your passion is. Okay. Well, there's our alignment right here, right? The stars, the planets, your signs, everything's coming into alignment here. And your soul check-in at this point in time in your path. If you're very much interested in astrology, check out all the beautiful readers on YouTube that check in with the planets, maybe even numerology as well. Be very interesting for you. If you want to get more insights into this alignment as it pertains to the wisdom. But look at the bounty again. Similar to your first card here, the happiness at home. You kind of have this umbrella of protection of everything that you kind of need, so you're not wanting. There's a bit of surplus here, right? So that you can enjoy and build those memories with those new connections. You can be the one that's providing that opportunity, that service. So there's this nice kind of bubble kind of over you, this kind of fortunate bubble as you come into your personal alignment here of self-discovery, the harmony that you found as you make your way, right? Make your way around. Now you're quite close here to the faith line as well. You're not too far away. So you probably recently embraced some form of faith, belief, hope system, whether that's religious, spirituality, it could be scientific backed. But it was enough for you to go, that's giving me more confidence in my understanding, in myself, and who I want to be and who I am. And now you've come into this harmonic balance here of heart and head, right? Head and heart, passion and knowledge. And you're heading towards the alignment to full wisdom here. So, or the knowledge center here that we're going to tap into now. Now, it is alongside your soul mission here. So, this discovery, feeling more joyful, more attuned to who you are, right beside soul mission. So, you might be, ignoring everyone else and doing your own thing right now in pursuit of your intuitive path. So, we do have here on wisdom the feather from heaven here, the golden feather, kind of beckons you forward. Has this nice kind of soft waving motion I always want to do with it. See how it's like beckoning you forward, right? Beckoning your rabbit forward, encouraging you to keep aligning, to keep going down this path towards the development here. So there could be a space in your life as well where you're gaining a lot of new wisdom, which is helping to open your mind, provide you with sort of that enlightenment, epiphany. So this could be a course that you've taken or recently taken or starting to, and you're really enjoying it as part of a new path. It could just be, sorry, excuse me. It could just be encouraged learning, like in preparation work. So if you're making an upcoming purchase or financial decision, you might be putting in like some research just to make sure you're feeling fully knowledgeable. So it could be translating like that as well in your life here. Okay, so let's see. Look at the nice Ace of Cups here. Look at your soul eye, right? Your oracle, your soul self, scrying in that cup of water. As I want to say dolphins. I know they're the koi fish and the goldfish here, but here's your dolphin again, jumping out of the water, celebrating you as you reach sort of this oracle status, right? The knowledgeable, being able to foretell, forecast, foreshadow, right? However that translates into your personal or working life. You have such a heightened level of intuition and ability to see, right? Your knowledge center here, that now you can unlock sort of this visionary status. You'll be able to translate complex into simplicity. You'll be able to read between the lines. It's that kind of ability here you're heading toward, you're unlocking. And look at the crowd here. So much of your first card, the crowd coming into you, seeking you out. Again, this could be something you're about to, even if you're not thinking about it, I think this is something you could package and offer others. Even if it's just not necessarily at a cost, like you might be willing to, just through conversation, right? More and more friends kind of reaching out to have you as a sounding board. But there's like seeking you out here. You will be sought after because you're going to be so helpful through the intelligence, the headspace here. So we did have the higher self connecting with the wisdom through the charm. And this crab is my charm of influence. I always see the Disney crab Sebastian singing Kiss the Girl, right? He was influencing the interactions, or trying to on that first date, trying to kind of nudge them with his playful, helpful, joyful demeanor, advice, encouragement, right? Don't be too shy, step out there. You might have someone like that. You might have a little supporter here that's going to come in and be sort of your mirror, be your earth reflection, to say, hey, do you know, do you realize what you just said, or do you realize what you have here? Look at the potential. Or I know someone, right? They could be the one that opens the door, opens the opportunity. So there's some positive influence here. There's potential that could be you as well. That could be you as you really tune in here and realize, oh, I can reach out, or I can, tap into my network and connect in, and and through your influence, kind of get buy-in, right? Get some maybe financial backing, support, like that kind of power of attraction, of influence here, right? You see it flying into you. Okay. Yeah, look at you building, and you've got, there's your network, right? Who can I reach out to? Who's got that added value? Who's got that connection that can bring them in? And you're kind of pulling in your kind of tight network here of supporters, maybe building your own team, right? You might have the opportunity to do that, but you're kind of choosing, who am I going to invite in kind of these early days? Who am I going to announce to first, right? Who am I going to celebrate to first? Let them know about this kind of surplus. Let them know that everything's come into alignment for me. And look at you, kind of nice, full control. You know exactly where you're standing in your soul journey. You're very confident in this phase, this stage. So you're going to head into a very strong period of stability, it feels like. So we've got the bubble here over you again, your protective outer shell, the sort of translucent crystal ball that sits inside. You can see sort of that outer edge here, right? Just like Earth is protecting all of us, so is your soul energy here. You've built this beautiful solid foundation of protection, and you've got this new opportunity, sort of this next adventure that you're about to set out on, right? You're heading into another quadrant here, another corner of your soul. I don't want to just say journey, because it's not like, because it's your home. You're just kind of heading into another sort of planned grouping of experiences, kind of another path, another chapter, phase. You're going to keep moving around, but you're definitely heading into a really nice, strong, solid footed. We have that blue motion. We can see how calm the waters are here. So again, that harmony of head and heart, that stability of self, in addition to sort of material and real world sort of stability, and like finances, shelter over your head, a nice, strong, supportive family and friend network, and everything kind of aligning for you. So really beautiful reading here off the top for group one in terms of where you guys are at. So harmony, you found that balance. You're kind of in your happy place, and now you're sort of in prepared stage here to share it with the world, it seems like, to let people know. Okay, so let's clean this up. We'll transition to our group number two. So, oh no, sorry. What am I doing? I forgot about your final message here. I can't believe I didn't see that. My fault for putting it off to the side. Okay, so now we'll wrap it up. Okay, prayer. Dear guardian angel, to you I pray. When I'm fearful, help me remember that only love is real. When I'm lost, help me find my way. When I'm confused, help me to regain clarity. When I feel lonely, help me to feel your loving presence. Where I perceive chaos, help me to see the order. Thank you. So they're supporting you here with, you know what, there's that faith. Remember, you crossed this stage, this learning period in your life with what is my belief system, you know, what does provide me the hope, right? The white rabbit, encouragement to move on. So I think this is more just reminder, right? It's not necessarily prayer, but reminder that you have this type of belief system, right? I do believe that my angels will come help when I say I need help today. You know, I do believe that the universe will always provide, and I'm grateful for that, right? There's a few different versions of how you can revise and sort of refine and edit this message to your approach. But it's really just the encouragement here of the hope, right? The hope and the gratitude. Again, that acknowledgement here of the wisdom you've gained. You know that that's the sort of mindset to be in. That's where you're headed. Maybe that's why I put it up there. Maybe that's why I forgot about it too, because maybe you don't, it's a reminder, right? They reminded me, oops, come get this card, Ashley. So every now and again, somewhere along the path, you might hit a little mini obstacle and you'll have an oops, no, today's the day I remind myself of this. We all have our up and down days, right? Energetically. Okay, now, now I will transition to group number 2. So if you're drawn to the second card, hang in there. I'll do my best to do a fairly quick cleanup here and reset. I'll move this out of the way because done with that card. Bring out number 2 and fresh shuffle of the decks. All right. I apologize for the sniffles and the coughing. I am coming off a cold. All right, so group number 2, we're going to do the charms as I mentioned in the intro. See where you're at in your soul journey. This is just kind of a check-in. We're going to do cards, and we'll do a singular message here from your angels to kind of wrap it up. So we'll just put these aside for now and get the charms first. See where you're at in your soul home here in this 9-sided 3D prism, crystal prism that our souls reside in and kind of go back and forth to, right? Our little protective home base, I guess we could say. So we'll just go around here and see where your focus is. Looks like you're over by spiritual significance, activating something. Yeah, I'm feeling tingling here, so get that on camera. Oh, it came out the backside of my fingers. Or down the middle. Still feel movement though, so keep waiting. Maybe they want me in the center. Oh, there we go. Okay. All right. I'm just going to clean out the few they discarded. Oh, look at that. You got your soul notebook here. We've got a milestone. Some kind of milestone in your belief system here. But where you're at in your journey. Authenticity, perhaps self-love, loving self more, self-confidence, self-esteem. Some kind of gift here. But we've got the notebook, so we'll get into it. We'll see what that is. Let's get the cards first. See where you're at. I noticed over there the gentleman is holding a bouquet of flowers to his chest, so there's some self-love right there. That's the Miley Cyrus song, I Can Buy Myself Flowers. He didn't buy them, he grew them himself. Right? Somebody at some point in your career, try to block you. A past individual had negative things to say when your relationship ended, and you're like, oh, I'll show you. I'm nothing like that. What are you talking about? Okay, let's move these out of the way. Let's get your singular message, one message today as you check in with your soul. What's the message to you? Oh, this one. Okay. All right. I'm just going to take the timestamp for our friends, and then we'll get into a card here. You're drawn to this nice, serene, calm scene. You can see him sitting there with his bouquet of freshly picked opportunities, freshly picked new friendships, new connections, freshly picked sort of choices made that serves him best. Right? He's holding it close to his chest. They're all sparkling. And this is after a period of like contemplation, right? This isn't a spontaneous gathering of flowers. There's some time and thought that's put into it. They are drawing me back to the cabin back here, and I don't know if they're trying to say, home or families on the mind. Could be either concerns or issues at home, or this could be the dream, right? That he's picked here, the choices, all the steps that he's taken, now leading him to this dream home base. It could be a dream job as well, a dream connection. So there's this preparation period that you've gone through, and you're ready. You've got your eye here on some kind of goal. You know what you want to do next. Who you want to share this with. But you're not going to move till you're ready, right? He's sitting. He's patient. Okay. Where do we want to start? I'm going to start right next to the card here, where we have the milestone in with higher self. This is just higher understanding. This is an evolution of self as well. Like if you feel like you're a new iteration, right? After a period of time, you're coming out a different version of self. So again, that could be post a breakup, leveling up in status within a job, etc. So you've hit this milestone in terms of embracing this transformation with my bee charm here. You've embraced your transformation, and the bee's also like ready to set to work, right? He's embraced his transformation. I know exactly who and what I am. I know what I want to accomplish as well, goal-oriented here. So very much reflecting the card that it's beside. Oh, there's your home base. Okay, so there's the home we saw in the this knowledge of I know exactly what I want. So you know exactly what you want in terms of relationship dynamics, family dynamics, that home life, that lifestyle. You know exactly how they're pausing me because of the dragonfly up here, which is kind of some. He's flying away. It's like you had to go through a period of like where you had to like dodge, maybe you had to walk away in order to keep yourself from worse circumstances or scenarios. This could have been the universe as well, your angels coming in and knocking you what would have felt like off your path, but it was to sort of keep you from heading into more chaos or conflict. because you already have this full vision, understanding, knowledge, sort of want, desire of exactly what family and home lifestyle means to you. You know what you want. Now they're pairing that here with our Seven of Swords. And we have this strategic fox down there. And I always like how he's being selective, right? He's choosing to leave those two swords. He's walking away from a past decision. The intelligence and creativity of the fox reinforces that this was a decision in your best interest. So again, could be just like literally cutting cords, or it could, like I said, had been forced out. But I feel like there was a triggering event here that, whether it was in your control to kind of cut and run, break things off, move forward, but you eventually made the decision of, I'm going to move beyond this circumstance, this scenario. It's not going to hold me down or back anymore. I know exactly what I want, right? I'm ready now. After a period of time, I'm now ready. Give me these opportunities. Let's unlock. Let's set to work here. Milestone moment. Okay. So on spiritual significance, so obviously we're in our soul prism here, our soul home, with your notebook. Obviously you're going to leave that at home. This is your Akashic record. So they're bringing forward past experiences, lived and learned more than once. So if you're someone like me, a soul like me, believes in past lifetimes. So this is letting you know this is a lesson that you're tackling again. You've done it before, but also this is look back at your present life, at all of the trials and tribulations, challenges, delays, etc., that you've overcome. Spiritual significance. Look how far you have grown, right? You've started way over here. Look how far your authenticity has grown to the point where you're back to self-love. You've got this beautiful balance of, I love myself, I'm confident again, I know I've got the skills, the talents, I am beautiful, people want me, I'm desirable, right? And I'm doing so by just living authentically me. You're seeing my authentic self. I'm not pretending, I'm not adjusting, right? Gone are the days of the adjusting. The dragonfly was flying away. You're not molding to anybody else. Sort of the gift to self here that you've realized. What a beautiful gift. Perhaps this is the bow ties here because this is the lifetime that you've conquered and learnt this lesson, that you've achieved this balance, that this is no longer a power struggle for you. An internal power struggle for you. You've achieved it. Bonus, gift. We're going to mark this in your Akashic record, right? Spiritual significance. You have conquered it in this lifetime. Oh, I keep forgetting about this one card. I need to cover up. Let's see here. Oh, I don't have a sticker nearby. Okay. So we have the star card, and it's pretty bad when I can't show. Here, I'll just switch fingers, then maybe I can get more of the card there for you. So we have the star card here. I always like that she's pouring the two because it's she's both looking at present moment, right? What she's presently pouring, but she's also pouring the future. She's manifesting. Look at the light on her third eye, right? And there's your soul home. This is the glass prism kind of crystal ball that your prism here, the protective outer shell, the kind of glass. So you're in full higher self, right? You're in full awareness of manifesting your dreams while you've got a solid foot here in present tense. And we see this here with the way the Knight of Pentacles here is slowly, methodically, again with the orange, similar to the fox that we saw in the other card, That's creativity, strategy, intelligence, knowing, confidence, right? You're walking through. And on each card, we have a bluebird and then a squirrel. And that's your soul. When you see a squirrel in these cards, that's you conferring with your soul. This card, we see you conferring with your soul and the bluebird messenger, who's going to be tasked with coming down and reminding you, you've done this, you've done that. I wouldn't be surprised if you get a little gift from the universe here, right? The bow tie for achieving this, a little surprise and delight, a moment that you think is too good to be true. However small it might be, it's enough to brighten your day as a way of saying congratulations. All right, so conflict. Feelings which you have suppressed for a very long time are yearning to be acknowledged and expressed. You are torn between what you think is the right thing to do and what your heart wants. And this is the primary cause of stress in your life. We, your angels, urge you to follow your heart, do what you would love, not what you think you should. So this is just a reminder, because that's literally the message that we saw you doing there, right? You were walking away, you were acknowledging, these are my needs, these are my wants, this is the lifestyle, the friendship, the workplace, these are the kind of environments I want to be in, right? What your heart wants, and you're doing the right thing for you. We saw that right there. Doing the right thing for you. So some of you might still be in this choice phase, right? We saw him sitting in quiet contemplation. So here's your reminder. As you think things through, just know that you're not going to make a bad decision for you at this time. You'll only land on the right decision because you're so aware now of what you need, what you want, what sustains your happiness, your satisfaction, your fulfillment, right? Okay, nice reading here, group 2. So, soul achievement unlocked, or about to be unlocked, potential to be unlocked as you conquer, the difficulty of not not only being full of self-love and living authentically ourselves, our true selves, but maintaining that, right? Sustaining that. That's what this gift is. This is what that acknowledgement is that you've made or about to make the decision of, yes, I am every single day. I'm going to wake up and be authentically myself, and I'm going to love myself for it. So really, really, really nice. I wonder, kind of, what's this bounty here that's about to come into you, right? What are all the gifts, the manifestation, the dreams here that you're thinking of? Let's see how those come up in your monthly readings for October, November, December, and as we head into 2026 here. Okay, so we're going to change over now to group 3. If you're drawn to that card, feel free to hang in and join me for that reading as well. And we'll just do my little reset here and get ready. And this is the card. King of Wands. Confident King, after we just talked about confidence. Oh, forgot these cards. Okay. All right, so group number 3. Apologize, I'm about to cough. You were drawn to our King of Wands, so we're going to get our charms. We'll do some cards with the charms, and then we'll have a final card, final message that aligns from your angels. Okay. They're just getting rid of a few. I won't move until I feel the tingling stuff. Okay. Let's see, where is this group right now in their soul journey and their soul home. Let's travel back here to your protective prism. You're right at that tip there of truth, some kind of transformation in truth, so gaining some clarity perhaps. I am feeling tingling, so there's got to be another charm coming out here. Karmic pattern, maybe some insights related to behavioral pattern. Look at double transformation. Whoa, landed on faith though. Anything else? Okay. Oh, nope. You heard that movement, didn't you? There was a click. There was a click. So I think they just want me to wait. Okay. They wanted the Sydney Opera House here on clarity, transformation in your faith. Look at the faith that came out on karmic pattern in your belief systems. Maybe you wax and wane, like you believe and then you doubt, then you believe and then you doubt, right? Have a hard time holding on to the faith, but you have a transformative truth up here, some kind of insight, some clarity. And then we had clarity land down here with after a period of time. This is distance, after some silence, after a long duration, or a significant period in your life has a strong effect on your faith here. Kind of truth, let's see, but we'll put the tower that popped out over there. See why that one decided to come out. Huge change though, right? Huge kind of turn of events, maybe kind of a big turnabout in your ability to maintain your hope. Maybe now you're someone who encourages hope and belief in others. Sharing of your experiences inspires others. In the final message. Okay. Let's see. Because I'm looking at the map, right? Like I've been there. So I don't know if I strongly feel like this group is sharing your experience, or sharing what you've been through, or you're sharing something you're currently going through, maybe. Okay, let's take the timestamp for our soul friends that join us for the message, and then we'll get into this. Okay. So you're drawn to the King of Wands here, the third card, and pick a card. And as we were shuffling, the Tower came out here. Just trying to find the easiest way for me to hold them together so you can see all the elements of the card. And as I was getting the charms and your cards and kind of tuning in, they were drawing me to this map, and I was starting to get into a preamble about you having lived experiences, right? He's now back on his throne, backpack, his lantern is at his feet, but he still has his boots on. So this is either very recent, or you might be in sort of the ending kind of stages, the final leg of this journey, and you're about to bring all this knowledge back. You're about to share sort of the wealth of insight, your ability to understand, be compassionate, empathize, to inspire. It's all kind of in that staff there that he's holding. The courage and the bravery is stamped right on your chest. So whatever you went through was, quite a trying time. He's got hiking boots. He's got sort of the survivalist gear. Globe, the globe behind him, right? Rough terrain, not an easy thing. You know, your whole world probably was affected or rocked or changed, because we have the Tower here, right? You may have gone through a complete upheaval, perhaps even. So we're starting there, but there's something about you sharing this with others that I keep getting. Or you're about to, you want to, maybe you're thinking about it. It could be that. Okay. So I'm going to reshare what I said in the intro, because I think it's quite profound here, these terms and how they came out. So right away we saw transformation in truth. So your insight, your clarity, the knowledge that you've gained, we see all that there. Then I was starting to relate it to this transformational change you had in your faith system, right? Your heart here, your core belief system, and trying to break a pattern of being in it and out of it, you know, full of hope, full of belief, and then like a doomsayer, right? A Debbie Downer. And this clarity, this shift, this profound transformation, maybe the awareness that you have this kind of pattern. We'll get into why it's a karmic pattern. This clarity came to you after like a really long period, after a long period of time. And that's what draws me into the hiking gear here that they've chosen, you know, the rough, the rugged wear, and the courage and the bravery. So what you're making your way through, what you just pulled yourself out of, it wasn't something that just it happened and then you fixed it. You know, it's been living with you here for a while. Okay, so where do we want to start though? Let's start at the bottom. Let's see what you were dealing with for a while. Okay. You know, money on the mind. Not having much, right? He just has his singular coin here, his singular pentacle. He's kind of holding it to his chest and almost encouraging you to barter, to trade instead, right? Don't you want my peacock? You know, this shield is all I have, right? Like, let's negotiate. This is the one thing I have. There's this protection, this fear of having to give this one thing up, this last thing up. So maybe you're on like your last leg. Perhaps you're in an environment that generates kind of constant fear. Perhaps you're part of a union that's striking right now, so that leaves a level of uncertainty, unpredictability, because you have to rely on negotiations. There's something here where you're, you know, sort of that Oliver Twist, you know, popular quote, right? Please, sir, you know, can I have some more? Like, please don't take what I already have, and can I have some more? Like, I only have so much left to give here. This could be a relationship as well, that you may have been or feel trapped in or locked in. It could be a commitment that you feel like you can't break, and that's sort of where you're flip-flopping here, right? I'm hopeful I can turn things around, but then nothing ever feels like it's in my control. But then where you're at in your journey with our two butterflies here, you're both heading towards a full transformation in your faith and belief system, and faith and self-belief, right? Just above the love here, you have to have self-belief as well, and then you have full. So you're transforming. You're on a journey right now in terms of your belief system, and maybe it's because you're unlocking some new truths. You're uncovering some aha moments. You're talking to other people who have maybe, right? This could be somebody else. You've joined a community. You've begun to reach out for support. You've acknowledged, okay, I can't do this anymore this way. So you're kind of working in two areas here, but profoundly changing, profoundly transforming in those areas. I know there's cards associated with the transformation, but I really want to go to the nugget here of the karmic pattern as it relates to belief. This translates in our life when we get to a point, when we feel like we hit rock bottom, we're like, please give me a sign. Please give me a sign, this is the one. Please give me a sign, everything's going to be okay. Please give me a sign, XYZ. I will do anything if you will help me in this area, save this child, find this item that I lost that means so much to me. So like there's this karmic pattern of you tossing it to the universe, asking for the assistance from the angels. I pointed to the angel card, asking for assistance from the angels, and then before you allow any work to happen, it's pulled back. Right, your belief in them is pulled back. Your trust that it's that they're going to support you and help you through it pulls back. Okay. Connected to childhood here. So I would say this is just a rooted belief. This is something karmic pattern in terms of your own energy that you have, witnessed, experienced. Only so many percent. What is it? I think the latest stat was like 80% of, humankind, 80% of families, 80% of working individuals are just making it, right? So the reason I'm saying that is because I want to say that you did not have a privileged upbringing, right? They're wearing sort of the peasant, but it's nice, right? They're happy and they're prideful for what they have, but they don't have much. It's simple. And so this, please can we have more, and then you didn't receive more. Maybe it was, please don't let mom and dad divorce, but then they still did. So there's these moments that occurred to you as you grew up, mostly in your childhood years and your youth years. Even if your adult mind now says, oh, well, I understand now, I'm much older, blah, blah, blah. It's still in you, right? It's karmic. It's you've created it as part of your energy, part of why you believe and then don't believe, because you're looking for that proof, but you're starting to get the proof. I think you're starting to see the signs here in your waking life. That's why you're moving away from this emotional state, right? Keeping yourself in this emotional state. You've moved away, and you're starting to see some signs in your life here of, yes, the angels are at work. Yes, when I put in some positive thinking instead of negative thinking, I attract positivity to me. So let's see here. What do we have? We have the Two of Swords. Well, we have our oracle, right? Their eyes covered, right? You're starting, like I was saying, you're starting to see the signs that are creating your belief system, building up your belief system. You're starting to, I want to say, like, probably deja vu. It's probably the first kind of signs that kind of stopped you in your track, or excuse me, you're an individual who finds feathers, coins. If you have a specific sign that you attribute to good luck for yourself, you're starting to see that, right? It's starting to point. Look at them. They're not crossing way up here. They're crossing down at their tips here. They're trying to point, right? You're getting there. X, right? The tip here. You're seeing the truth. You're starting to see the truth of our abilities when we work together. You're starting to see the truth of power manifestation when you shift your energy to one of positive attraction. Okay. Beautiful growth there. And then in your faith, starting to grow in your faith. Look, you put something to rest here. this situation. Remember, I said up here you probably asked for some help, or you're starting to take, after a period of time, you're starting to realize that, I'm going to make this shift. You slept on it. You came to that realization, I can't win this battle on my own, right? One sword. It can't just be me. I need to have some support here, in the physical, right? Not just my belief system, and the powers of attraction manifestation. I need some on the boots on the ground support here. So some pretty profound awareness of, I can't fight this fight alone anymore. I can't, and I shouldn't be doing this solo. Look where they made me put the card back on that side to tell that story. Right there you are as that little child again. So, upbringing, past experiences, lived experiences, leading to the realization, the regaining of your faith in self, your self-belief, your honesty, your authenticity, up to your ability to unlock and go, I'm starting to see the signs. I'm starting to see that I can do this, right? Because this is you. You're coming out of it. Remember, you're about to sit on your throne here. I can do this. And the people who are helping me are the ones who've been through it, right? The ones who have the knowledge, the ones who also went through it. I recently had a conversation. I randomly reconnected with someone after, probably 3.5, 4 years. And in a 20-minute conversation, we found out we both went through the exact same major life upheaval. We both left the same industry around the same time. We both decided, I'm going to pursue something that makes me really joyful and happy in love. And can I turn that into a source of revenue, right? Can I truly live the lifestyle I've always dreamed of since a little child? That simple, happy lifestyle. Is that truly possible? Well, yes, because you can break this karmic pattern, right? Break your childhood pattern, but you are. You've learned your truth and you're heading into your faith. Big tower event ahead. Okay. Oh, acceptance. Okay, here we go. What a great message to end on. Acceptance. There's nothing in your life to fix, only the disowned parts of you that yearn for love and acceptance. You are beautiful just as you are, regardless of any faults you may perceive you have. You are an internally radiant being of light. Accept all that you are and just be you. When you truly accept yourself, your whole world will magically and lovingly transform. Right? Look at that. Transformation. It's almost like advice, right? The exact advice this card, if he could have spoken about this major change. So, beautiful message here to end on. You seem to be on a very, very strong path here. You're actually working on 2 separate routes. So you're the only one out of the 3 groups that's currently working on 2 paths here, but man, are they really strong. You're about to break a karmic pattern. You're probably about to break a generational pattern as well, right? You might be able to provide that better, maybe more stable, maybe a lifestyle of not asking or not needing, not wanting, right? I truly feel like you're about to break this. They wanted me to remind you that you're here. You're here, and this journey is ending, right? This period. You're receiving the clarity now that this long period, this long duration, it's coming to an end. Your battle is over, right? The night is resting. Your battle is over. Thank you all for coming to today's reading, and hopefully we'll see you at the next soul check-in.